Well, I did beat the sun up this morning. Out here bright and early. I'm gonna lightly stack the fire back up. It's a little breezy this morning and the smoke is kind of blowing in this direction, so I think that's safe. A little bit dewy, not as wet as it was yesterday morning, so I'm gonna pile a little bit more on there and then go ahead and set up the laser and, well, no, actually I need to take the dozer and push all that dirt out of the way before I start digging anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a little fire going and start pushing some dirt. Well, finally I've got majority of all that was pushed up from down there on the fire. That'll clear up here pretty soon. I'm just gonna let that die down and burn today, but still there's a lot left. But whenever it rains again, I'm going to set that pile on fire and then probably just do another one over there and stack all that up. And honestly, I should be able to burn all that in one day if the weather ever gets nice enough to burn, or bad enough to burn, I guess. I'm gonna push all this over here with the dozer and pick the rest of that out. But for right now, I'm gonna go over here, now that I can see what I'm doing, and start working on the basement again. Fire's burning down. All the dirt is pushed down the road. Got the laser set up now, and put the receiver on the stick by checking the grade from yesterday. That was good. So what I'm going to do now is finish cutting that corner out there, laying that material up there to stockpile, and then cut this whole entire corner out right here, lay all that dirt up, and finish spreading that down the road. Grade everything out, check some grades, see if I need to cut any more down, and keep working on that. All right, cutting some dirt out now. Doing the far left wall now. Just stockpiling the dirt right here into a windrow all the way down, then I'll figure out how much more I need for the road, and then just stockpile the rest to backfill the foundation once that is done. So this is actually going to be a little while before this is done, so the dirt's going to sit here, so I'm going to pack it all in with the bucket there. Just kind of grade everything else out and go ahead, and it just makes sense while I was here to go ahead and do it versus having to bring a skid steer, excavator, and a dozer back up here to move all this dirt later. Right on grade. I know this corner right here still needs probably 2 more feet of dirt to raise it up, since there was so much taper across the front. So once I get this dug out, what I didn't want to do is, raise it up 3 more feet, because then it makes it more difficult for me to dig the basement and sit higher up. So I will blade that and grade that in afterwards. Dry clay. Doesn't stick too bad because it's so dry. Definitely some good material for road building and building pads and whatever. Pond dams, all that good stuff. Solid in the ground. into the air. I may go over there and stack the fire up again, get it burning nice and hot, and let it be for today. So, all right, well, let me dig a little bit more, and I think I'm going to run over there and stack the fire up and just let it burn down. See, I only burnt maybe 3 or 4 dump truck loads of stuff, but hey, it's getting rid of it, and it's keeping a nice hot spot in the pile for whenever it does rain. There is going to be a lot of burning going on. Back from lunch, I got the basement dug out. Still got to go in there and grade all that out. Cut some slope. I'm gonna jump on the dozer now and go ahead and start spreading all this dirt out and getting the driveway cut in. As you can tell, I started filling that in because that's going to be about the elevation of the front. Once the house is done, then I'm gonna leave all that dirt over there to backfill around the foundation with. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this slope out so water drains away from this and does not run in, and get the driveway bladed in, check grades, and go ahead and put my pipe in the road and then dress that up. Alright, so all the dirt is spread out now. I'm going to run over with the skid steer and slick it up. I'm going to set the laser up a little bit higher so I can check grades and see exactly where the low spot is. I have a feeling it's somewhere between, I think it's right here. It's either right here or where those trees are. Hopefully it's right here because I got to run that pipe directly across so that all this will drain under the road, because it's going to come from another 5 to 6 inches with stone. And I got the dirt pile tracked in, so that should stay relatively dry. And the slope put on the front side of this corner right here, so all that should run right there. So I'm going to go ahead and check grades and see what I got to work with. Alright, so I checked grade, and This right here is the lowest spot, which is kind of where I thought it was. A little deceiving. I couldn't quite tell if it was over there or right here, but it is right here. So I'm going to dig a little ditch and put that pipe in. That is Schedule 80 PVC, so it doesn't have to have much cover. That stuff is about bulletproof. It's conduit, so it's that's some heavy stuff. And I'm going to tell you what's true. I regretted forgetting the Sawzall this morning. I had to putting 30 feet in, so I'm cutting one piece in half, and I forgot the Sawzall. And let's just say that stuff is hard to cut by hand. So I'll have about 10 to 12 inches of cover over it once I put the stone on top of it. So that'll be adequate. Just a shallow little drain here. It'll be fine. Pretty much everything from that pile of dirt all the way to those trees, all the way up there to the house, will drain this way, and that just seemed like a lot to run over top of the road. So I'm going to put two 6-inch pipes in side by side, and that should be adequate to drain everything out. One will probably be enough, but might as well put 2 in. Make sure that's enough. Just create a little swale for that to run out. Make sure I got 30 feet of ditch here. That should be adequate right there. I'm going to go grab the pipe and lay it in place. I'm going to tell you what's true. That stuff is like a 1/2 inch thick. And a little handsaw with a broken handle on it is not the tool of choice to be cutting that stuff. Is ridiculously heavy too. Space them apart a little bit, maybe not quite that much. both couplers and get that put in place. Well, that got exciting. I didn't catch it on film, but when I went to put it together, evidently it's a tighter fit than normal PVC, and I couldn't hit it on there with the hammer or kick it on. I tried pushing it with the machine and all the pipe did was slide, so I had to backfill it real quick and drive over top of it to hold it in place and use the machine to push it together. I'll know for next time. I mean, this stuff is great. You do not have to worry about crushing it. Backfill the rest of that with the skid steer when I grade out this driveway and everything else. driveway is complete. Once I move the laser, I need to extend that to somewhere about right in here for now. We're just gonna dead end it to right here until the garage is done. All that's will get tore up. So got a little swell in here, pipes in, and basement is all slicked up with the skid steer. I think it turned out really well. Got another hour or so today. I'll do a little more grading with the bulldozer, but all in all, I think it went pretty good. Well, the sun's about ready to go down behind the trees, and I've had enough for today. Basement went good, all that's done. Had about an hour left to run over this with the dozer. I have bladed over everything from that far group of trees all the way down front of the house, all the way down there. So pretty much all that's left is to finish burning all that stuff and bury that mess. And then I'll probably run over this one more time with the dozer just to break it up before putting out grass seed and fertilizer over everything. So probably won't be back here until, well, I still got to put stone down for the driveway. But until it rains, pretty much done out here.